Let's talk about morning sickness. For so many, it feels like this just random misery that comes with early pregnancy. But what if I told you it's not random at all? What if it's actually a puzzle your body is trying to help you solve? Okay, let's get into it. Oh man, if you are in the middle of this right now, this slide probably hits a little too close to home. You know that feeling, the constant nagging nausea, the bone deep exhaustion. It is so tough, and it's totally okay to just feel frustrated and ask, when is this going to end? But here's where we're going to start. That feeling, it doesn't have to be your fate for the next few months. We are going to look at exactly why you're feeling this way, but from a whole new angle. I'm willing to bet you've tried all the usual stuff, right? The crackers on the nightstand, gallons of ginger tea, maybe even medications from your doctor. And yet, for so many of us, the reality is you're still nauseous. And that gap, that space between the advice and how you actually feel is exactly why we need to dig a little deeper. So let's try a reframe. This is the big idea. Instead of just seeing this nausea as some mysterious curse you have to suffer through, what if we started treating it like a form of communication? A direct message from your body that we can actually learn to decode. So, to understand that message, we first have to meet the messenger. And for that, we need to get into a little bit of science. Because what is happening inside your body right now is honestly a pretty wild biological event. Okay, so you've probably heard about HCG, that main pregnancy hormone. But it turns out there's another major player on the scene, a hormone called GDF15. And what researchers have recently figured out is that this is a primary driver of pregnancy nausea. It literally speaks directly to the part of your brain that controls that whole vomiting reflex. Now, here's where it gets really mind-blowing. We're not talking about a small increase. In early pregnancy, your GDF15 levels can shoot up 180 times. That is a massive, massive hormonal wave to hit your system all at once. So really, is it any wonder your body struggles to adapt? And this quote from a lead researcher at the University of Cambridge really nails it. Your baby is making this hormone at levels your body has just never seen before. So the real reason for how sick you feel isn't random. It comes down to how sensitive your personal system is to this brand new, super high level of GDF15. And this is the most important part. Your morning sickness is not a flaw. It's not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's simply a question of tolerance. And why does that matter so much? Because tolerance isn't a fixed thing. It's something that can actually be supported and improved. Okay, so if it's all about tolerance, what does that mean for you right now? Well, it means that since we know the cause is no longer a mystery, we can stop being passive victims of it. We can start treating the symptoms like a message and ask, okay, body, what do you need to handle this? And here it is. This is the really good news, the hook of hope. Those underlying imbalances in your system that are making you extra sensitive to this GDF15 hormone, they can be addressed. And when your body becomes more tolerant, the nausea can ease up, sometimes in a really big way. So how do you know if relief is actually possible for you? Well, your body is probably already giving you clues. So let's just walk through 7 clear signs that your morning sickness is actually a solvable problem. Just take a look at this list. Think about your own experience. Does your nausea come and go? Are there very specific foods or smells that set it off? Do you feel way worse when you're exhausted or stressed out? Do you sometimes feel better after eating or resting or even just drinking some water? Every single yes here is a piece of evidence. It's a sign your body is trying to find its balance. Let's just focus on that first one for a second. If your nausea gets better or worse throughout the day, that's not a bad thing. That's fantastic news. It means your body already knows how to feel better. The system knows how to regulate. It just needs a little extra support to hold on to that feeling of balance. And those triggers? This is the perfect example of nausea being a message. You know, if the smell of coffee makes you want to run for the hills, but the thought of lemonade sounds like heaven, that's not random. That is your body giving you super valuable information about specific nutrient and energy needs that aren't being met. It's a clue. And please, hear this. This is the biggest takeaway from that list. You do not need to check every single box. If you recognize even one of these signs in your own life, that is proof positive that your nausea is not a permanent state. It is changeable. It is fixable. So where does all this leave us? It leads us to a much more powerful place. This isn't about just gritting your teeth and surviving. It's about understanding the signs your body is sending and learning how to support its incredible natural ability to adapt.
And if you take away nothing else from our time together, please let it be this. Your body is not broken. It's not failing you. It is doing something absolutely incredible, and it's simply asking, loudly in some cases, for a very specific kind of support to handle this amazing hormonal journey.
So we'll end with this question for you. If you can stop thinking of your nausea as a mystery you have to endure, and instead start listening to it as a message you can understand, what do you think your body is trying to tell you? The answer to that question might just be the key to feeling like yourself again.